Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I am Inoy Nurlaya. Now I'd like to reflect about yesterday's materials. Yesterday is all about planning, implementation, and process of formative and summative assessment result. Alright, in the new learning paradigm, there are several aspects that must be considered in applying the principle of assessment, including the first is assessment is an integrated part of learning process, facilitating learning and providing holistic information as feedback for educators, learners, and parents to guide them in determining further learning strategies. Second one is assessment are designed and conducted according to the function of assessment with flexibility to determine the technique and timing of the assessment to effectively achieve learning objective. The third one is assessment are fair, proportionate, valid, and reliable to explain learning progress and inform decisions about next steps. Next is learning progress and learning achievement reports are simple and informative, providing useful information about character and competencies achieved and follow-up strategies. And the last one is assessment results are used by learners, educators, education personnel, and parents as material for reflection to improve the quality of learning. Alright. They are is a principle of assessment. The first principle, there are several things that must be considered, including the first is when referring to competencies, the terms aptitude, knowledge, and skill are used. The second one is assessment and learning are combined, and the last one is including students in reforming assessment by having them complete peer, reflection, and peer feedback forms. Alright, in the second principle, there are several things also that must be considered, including the first is build commitment and create a formative assessment focused assessment plan. The second one is utilize a variety of formative and summative assessment kinds, procedures, and tools in accordance with the peculiarities of the topic, the learning outcomes, and the learning objective and the needs of the learners. The third principle is assessment. There are several things that must be considered, including the first is assessment are carried out in accordance with the principle of fairness without taking into account the backgrounds of the students, applying students' moderation or working with other educators to balance perceptions of criteria in order to uphold the fairness principle and uphold the fairness principle. And the last one is utilize evaluation tools that may accurately assess competency achievement. And the last principle, there are several things that must be considered also, including the first is all parties can understand it clearly. The second one is expression of competency accomplishment take the shape of number and descriptors. And the last one is report on the learning development of pupils should be supported by data and documentation of such progress. Alright, that's all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and see you.